How's it doing, folks? Welcome back to Irish and Scottish fishing and fly tying. So today I'm just going to show you how to tie up a very popular pattern, and it does actually get fished quite a lot. So this is my version of how I tie it anyway, the red ribbed Diawl Bach. So as I say, it's a very successful pattern. Every competition angler will have it in his box, and even in if you went to a fishery and you're just going out for a leisure day, this is a very good pattern, very genuine, not good all-round fly to have on. It's always worthwhile having one of these on your cast. Very successful pattern, so I'll just quickly show you how I tie it up. So as in everything, that was going to be tying it on a B175 size 10. So we'll just get this onto the vise, tighten that in. For the thread I'm using UNI-THREAD 80 in red. So all I'm going to do is just going to put in a couple of turns there at the front, get rid of that. So the difference is from mine and other people's fly is I'm tying, I use the red holographic like everyone else. I'm using this in small, but I come up mine with wire rib, red wire rib. I just find it it is quite a prolific pattern. It does catch a lot of fish. I just find putting the wire in just gives it a little bit more protection from the fish, because as I say, Trout's fish is quite tough. I think especially when you're using a peacock herl as the body, it tends to after a couple of fish they tend to eat away at it, so the wire rib just gives it that little bit more protection for me anyway. As I say, you can just go straight in with the holographic, and the red wire I'm using is a soft wire in red and a small. So for the tail, I'm going to be using fiery brown Vineyards and short cock hackle. I've already got a couple of fibres just laid out, so all I do just to get the fibres is just run my hook down like that. I'm probably just going to use that for the tail. So I'll grab that and then pinch it off. Then I'm going to get rid of that, it's wound around the hook. Catch that in, just put a loose turn in to start. Right, haven't grabbed enough fibres, got distracted. Only another feller. Again, pull. I'll grab a bit more this time. There we go. That's a better grab. And come in. Still this turn over the top. Make sure I'm happy with the length. A bit further up. There we go. Happy with that. Just come in with my scissors. Get rid of that excess. And run your thread. Don't worry about touching turns because I'm going to be covering this up. Just going to put a nice layer of thread down. Not too much thread because I like all my Diawl Bachs. Nice skinny body. So for my body, I'm using Peacock, HERL and Natural. I use one strand. As I say, I like when I tie my Diawl Bachs, you know, I like them skinny, but you know, it's a personal preference. You can tie in 3, you can tie in 4, it depends what size of body you want yourself. But for me, I just I like using the one. I'll do just catch that in, my bobbin's just slipped a bit. Catch that in, run that back down the hook, and then run the thread back up. And as I say, because it's peacock herl, maintain tension and be careful if you don't catch it on the barb, because peacock herl has got the habit of being quite a weak material. So if you're too heavy handed with this, it will snip. If you let go, it will unravel. So just take your time working your way up the hook. going. I mean, you always want to leave a good portion at the head, so you don't have to try and have a big head. There we go. All I'm going to do then is just going to put a couple of turns back over, and then I'm going to pluck that away. Now first I'm going to come up with my red holographic. I'm going to rib the opposite way. I'm tying my thread. Again, nice evenly spaced turns, and maintain a bit of tension on this, because if you maintain good tension, it'll give you a nice tight body and a nice skinny dial back. And that's what I like. Skinny dial backs seem to outfish the ones I tie with more peacock curl as the body. There we go. Once I get to there, 2 turns over the top, and then 2 turns back. Come in and snip that off, and then I'm going to come up with my wire rib. So my wire rib's the same, because I laid my thread, because I'm tying my thread that way, and I brought my hollow up the other way. I'm going to bring my rib up the same direction as my hollow, and all I'm going to do is try and lay it on top of the hollow. And you don't have to, be too careful with it. It will naturally lay on it itself as you wind it up the hook, just keeping the turns even. And again, all this is it gives the fly that little bit more protection. And as I said, I like giving it a bit more protection, because this pattern, I'm not being overconfident, but this pattern is like a will catch fish. So you want as much protection on this pattern as possible. Couple of light turns. There we go. That's it, finished there. And then I'm going to come in with my throat. Same bit. All I'm going to do is grab a couple of fibres from my throat. And then all I want my throat is, I'm going to pinch it. Now you can rotate the hook and tie it on this way, but for me, I just find it easier to bring it in to roughly the position I want it in, and then pinch, and then put. Just bring the bobbin back up. And just put a loose turn in at the bottom. There we go. And put a turn over the front. All that turn over the front does is it just gets this in a better position to snip. Now I know it doesn't look too good at the minute, but I've kind of mixed the fibres up a bit. There we go. I'm going to come in and snip them, being careful not to. Now don't worry about some of the excess fibres, will be covering them up. A little bit more of a shape, and then a couple of light turns just to tighten up. There we go. Now this pattern, and my pattern, I tie it with goose bites, but you can put jungle cock eyes on if you want, or split jungle cock over the top and then finish it, or you can finish the fly off now as it is. But I like to use goose bites, because goose bites just gives, I've got a couple here prepped. So all I do is as you see, that's a bit thick there to tie it on. So what I'll do is I'll come in and just snip it, so back down to the winder, to the finish section. And all I'm going to do then, separate the 2 fibres. I'm going to catch them into the hook. And on the other one, there we go. And just rotate the hook around, start to build your head up. There we go. Turn, come in with my other, do an orbit finish, 4 turn again, 2, 3, 4, that's it, done. Now the cheeks on this, like, I know what you're thinking, like, I am going to snip them, but I know what you're thinking, oh, I should have tried fishing this with this. Now I've tried this, for some reason it doesn't work. Like, you can leave them long if you want and have it a go yourself, but I've had no success, so all I'm going to do is just come in and cut them a bit short. So all I just do is just come in with my scissors and just cut them. You don't need to be too, as long as there's a rough cheek on it, you can, let's say, as long as they're roughly the same length, just a little bit of eyes on it, and then come in with my Vineyards fine head cement. Again, 1 coat on now, put it on my drying stand, and then I'll come back in, and once it's completely dry I'll put another coat on. Just rotating it, getting it around there nice and quick. There you go. That's the fly finish, folks. It's my red ribbed hollow Diawl Bach. It's a very successful pattern, very common pattern. As I say, everyone ties them different, but this is the way I tie my red ribbed Diawl Bach. Very successful pattern, folks, and I hope you enjoyed it. As I say, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and if you get the chance, have a look at my other videos on my channel. I've got salmon patterns, I've got all types of trout patterns, and eventually when I can get out on the water, I'm going to be putting videos up where I've actually been out fishing and hopefully catching fish with the patterns I've tied on this channel. So thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you at the next fly.